This video title may sound shocking to you, but I personally believe that most speedrunners reset way too often. I don't try to say resets are completely bad and are always a wrong decision. Resets can in fact help you reaching your goals and personal records a lot quicker, but most of us reset way too often in my opinion, and today I try to tell you why. Hello everybody, my name is Flash177, I'm a speedrunner since quite some time, and I seriously started speedrunning around 2 years ago with Celeste any %. Today I want to compare reset runs with no reset runs. Since both methods have definitely their advantages and it is important to know when to use one of them. First of all, what means to reset? Well, it is quite obvious. When you lose too much time or fail a specific skip, you might be too far behind your record, so it becomes pointless for you to finish the run and you reset, getting the timer and the console/game back to the beginning and starting a new run. That brings the obvious advantage that you can do more runs in a shorter amount of time, which technically increases your chance to get a new record just because you only play out the good runs and you get more attempts in if you reset every time something goes really bad. I think everyone gets that point. So why am I saying in the title you need to stop resetting in your speedruns, since doing a lot of resets looks pretty viable from our current point of view? Well, let's look deeper into that topic. Reset runs alone don't make you better at your speedrun. All you are doing is trying to get the best run possible, but you aren't really practicing or improving from reset runs. So you can say reset runs are simply grinding out a new record without improving yourself. You don't get that much knowledge or experience from those runs alone. In order to stay good or even improve along reset runs, you need to practice the game a lot outside of your usual attempts. Segment practice is always important, even if you do a lot of no reset runs. But if you mainly do reset runs, you need to put at least 50% of your speedrun time into segment practice, probably more. Obviously, that percentage of practice needed to get optimally better can vary a lot, from person to person, from skill to skill level, or even from game to game, so try to find the right balance for you, but keep in mind that doing a lot of resets without enough practice will only get you this far. And I personally think that is a point especially a lot of newer runners are missing. They see top runners resetting a lot, so they may think they also need to reset after every small mistake, when for beginners the best thing they can do is just playing the game and getting experience in that game, for example with no reset runs. But there's something more important they are actually missing. They just see a runner resetting a lot, but they don't see the practice that is going on behind the scenes. So if you want to reset a lot, you also need to practice a lot, especially the later parts of the game, to compensate your early game knowledge from the reset runs. This channel has a lot of speedrun tutorials like this one, so if you are interested in more, make sure to check out my other videos and subscribe to this channel. Back to the original topic. Okay, so now after we looked over why reset runs are cool and what their advantages are, what about no reset runs? What do they offer? If you have been watching me on Twitch, you know that at least in Celeste I'm pretty much a no resetter. Around 60 to 70% of my playtime in Celeste comes from no reset runs, which is quite a lot for a speedrunner. That means most of my practice and consistency comes from those runs and not from segment practice. Which shows the first advantage of no reset runs. They actually give you more practice for your consistency than reset runs, and you can generally improve a lot from just doing no reset runs every so often. If I can get to a sub 32 in Celeste any %, mainly with no reset runs, then everybody can improve quite a bit with that method. As always, depending on your game and your personality, but that should be obvious at this point. Along with this advantage comes another pretty strong point, and that is full run experience. We all know it, the later your run gets on a good pace, the more nervous we are getting. Every human is getting nervous, that is undeniable, just some get more nervous than others and some are better used to it. If you consistently do no reset runs, you feel much more prepared for the late game after a full run, and believe me, late game feels and plays always different during a full run than it feels during individual segment practice. That's how I got most comfortable with late game in Celeste. Although I still get quite nervous, but that's more of a personal issue, I still handle nerves a lot better now, because of full run experience. Full runs do also provide you with a lot of knowledge as well. You can see and understand your improvement a lot better after a few finished runs than after a few resetted runs. Since most speedrunners are aiming for any percent or 100% records, whatever the category is you are running, and not for IL records, you need to know how good your practice performs in a full run, otherwise you don't know how well you are actually practiced. Hope everyone gets what I mean with that. The last point why I would recommend to do no reset runs every now and then is for your mindset. Speedrunning can be quite stressful when we are always trying to get better or are pursuing our next goal. No reset runs can help you to relieve some stress. If you simply tell yourself no matter how good or bad this run is going, I will finish it, you can play with less pressure than usually. That's my experience at least. You can simply enjoy the run and see how it goes that way. Doing a no reset session, let's say once per week or once per month, can work wonders for your mindset. And for me personally, no reset runs are just fun, since I enjoy speedrunning the full game as a whole anyways. If you are having a hard time getting yourself to do no reset runs, I would recommend to do some races with friends you made in a community. They are mad fun, especially if you are hanging out in a voice chat. To sum up everything from this video in very short, do no reset runs if you want to see how your improvement is going and to push your consistency. And do a lot of reset runs if you got your consistency to a point where a personal best is very likely to happen, and just try to push for your next milestone, like sub 1 hour or sub 30 minutes, whatever your current goal is. In the end, speedrunning is up to you. I don't want to tell anybody how they should speedrun, I just want to help you improve at your hobby with new ideas you might have never thought of. So, if you now learned something from this video, I would appreciate a thumbs up or simply subscribing to this channel. You guys have no idea how much that helps me as a content creator. If you have your own thoughts or other opinions on this topic, please let me know in the comments or join my stream to discuss it with me in my chat. I'm always looking forward to talk with you about speedrunning. As always, all my links are in the description. See you in the next video or stream. Goodbye everyone.